Style rules every man over 50 should live by. That's the title of today's vlog. And the reason I've decided to talk about this is because when I'm out and about, I take note, and I would say a good 75 to 80% of the guys of our age that I see walking about, whether I'm, just walking to the bank or even if I'm going out for some lunch, that have basically given up. Not given up to the point where their hair's all over the place and stuff like that, but to the point where they're just not looking as sharp as they should do. So I thought that would be a good talking point for today, because the truth is, even though these guys may feel like they don't need to try anymore, the truth is style doesn't expire when you turn 50. All it does is it simply carries on evolving. Now, when you get to our age, you're not going to be wanting to dress like your 20-year-old nephew. But at the same time, you're not ready for your cardigan and slippers either. So what I'm going to do in today's vlog is I'm going to break down the style rules that I think every man over 50 should live by to continue to stay looking sharp, looking confident, and to be completely authentic to who you are now. Okay, the first rule is fit is everything. I know you're going to be sick and tired of me keep saying this, but it's that important. You can forget the brand. You can forget the price tag. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't matter. It's that simple. Clothes that are too baggy are just going to make you look sloppy and unkept. And then clothes that are too tight are just going to look like you're trying too hard. What you want is the perfect balance. You want clean lines, proper tailoring, shoulders that sit right, and trousers that hit your shoe just right also. A good fit is basically going to quietly say that you've got your life together and you understand that style is still important and that you're evolving with your style as you age. Rule number 2 is to invest in pieces that last. Because let's be brutally honest here, guys. By the time you've hit your 50s, you really should have outgrown fast fashion. And in actual fact, at this stage in our life, our wardrobe should be pretty small, but sharper and built to last. So instead of chasing trends or just stacking piles of cheap items that is going to fall apart or not last or go out of fashion, instead focus on timeless essentials that are made with real quality. A well-made jacket, a solid pair of leather shoes, a proper wool coat. All of these are investments, not just purchases, and these are items that will last you for years because you've focused on the timelessness of them as well as the quality. Rule number 3 is keep it simple while keeping it sharp. Now, minimal wins here, guys. A clean white Oxford shirt, a nice pair of dark denim, a well-fitted polo, a pair of neutral sneakers. These aren't boring items, they're versatile items. Also as well, remember to stick to a colour palette that works well for your skin tone. So typically charcoal, navy, olive, whites, camels. These are really good shades to go for as we mature. Rule number 4 is the right shoes finish the job. Now, you can have the best outfit in the world, but it can still fall apart at your feet. And the reason I say this is that your shoes are the anchor to your whole look. They will either elevate it or ruin it. Now, at this stage in your life, I would hope that you've got a decent rotation of footwear. You've got the right pairs for the right occasion. So if you haven't, you certainly need to invest in a nice classic pair of boots, several pairs of different loafers. Go for suede for that sort of quiet luxury look. Obviously make sure you've got a nice leather pair and a clean minimalist pair of sneakers. Just plain white. Doesn't need to be anything more than that. Now, you don't have to go for ultra expensive, but you need to make sure that they are well made and appropriate for the setting. And the reason I say this, guys, is because when your shoes are sharp, the rest of your outfit will follow. Rule number 5 is grooming is non-negotiable, guys. Now, you can be wearing the sharpest outfit in the room, but if your grooming's off, none of it really matters. Now, at this stage in our life, personal care isn't about vanity like it is maybe for guys in their 20s. It's simply about self-respect. And that means trim facial hair, neat eyebrows, clean nails, and skin that just shows that you look after yourself. Now, you don't need a 10-step skincare routine. You just need consistency and pride in your appearance, because let's be honest, real style starts with how you show up before you've even got dressed. Rule number 6 is don't chase youth. Now, the quickest way to look older is actually by trying to look younger. Now, what I mean by that is drop the graphic t-shirts, you know, the big fancy flashy logos, ripped jeans, or any loud trends, because they don't make you seem youthful. What they do is they make you look ridiculous. So by 50, your style should reflect maturity. It should reflect confidence and presence. You know, you're not trying to compete with the younger guys. In actual fact, you're setting a higher standard. So dress like a man who knows who he is. You know, that's timeless and far more powerful than pretending to be 25 again. Okay, and the last rule, rule number 7, is be intentional with every choice. Now, at 50 plus years of age, every piece in your wardrobe should now have a purpose. So what I mean by that is don't just buy clothes, guys, because they're on sale or because they're trendy in that particular moment. Instead, choose items that fit your lifestyle and that make you feel good. Okay then, gents, that's it for today's style lesson. If you've got something useful from this, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscription button. It's absolutely free to do. It doesn't cost a penny, but it helps the channel to continue to grow. Also, as well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What style changes have you made as you've gotten older? So drop me a comment below and let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.